the previous mile world record had been set by Morsley in 1993 and Rieti. So it's a good home for middle distance running as Italy as they get underway. 3 3/4 laps of the track. Now Ingebrigtsen in those dark glasses towards the back there on the right, with about 15 or 16 bodies in front of him. The first pacemaker, Rotic, comes roaring across. Big fella, just the ideal build for a pacemaker. But Steve, 150.5, probably a little unrealistic, isn't it, for an 800 split?
Yeah, and I'm not sure who would have asked for it. You know, Manangoi's been in pretty good form. Obviously, the only person who could go with anything like that is Kiprop at this point. And I think this is a race where the likes of Manangoi, it'd be great to see, as I said, what Biwott can do here. You know, win these races, and yeah, you want a decent pace set, but surely 150.5 is unnecessary, because there's one thing for sure: you go out that hard, third lap's going to be slow.
Well, they're coming towards one lap, that's all so far. 53.94, it is quick. Now that's the pacemakers. Most of the pack will have gone through in around 55 seconds there or thereabouts, so fairly solid for the first lap. The second lap is usually a second and a half slower, so we would expect something around 152 at 800 metres. The fastest time in the world this year, 3:32.15 by Asbel Kiprop when he destroyed the field with a dominant run in Doha, some 3 weeks or so back. That is vulnerable, there's no doubt about that. It is quick, they're strung out in single file. Ingebrigtsen of Norway towards the back of the pack, just trying to see where Chris O'Hare is at the moment. He's just in front of Ingebrigtsen, about 6th from the back as they come through with 2 laps to run. The time 1:37 there for the pacemakers. The pack are beginning to drop further and further behind them.
Well, that's where, you know, it's just silly, really, and, you know, the pacemakers only keep going. I mean, Manangoi obviously is just backed off, because when you run that fast for the first lap, they've gone through in 1:51.8. The group much more like 1:53, high 1:53, something like that, which is a bit more sensible. Ryan Gregson, who is sat off the pace, you know, 1 or 2 back in the pack here will pick up runners on the last lap, surely, because even with the ability that the likes of Manangoi and Biwott and Wote and the rest of them have, that, you know, going off that hard and then slowing down, it's hard to come back from that. They will come back, they will pick up, but that lap that they just went through, that 400 metres, was about 5 seconds slower than what they'd set off at, and, you know, that sort of pace up and down doesn't help anybody.
Manangoi then at the front now as the second pacemaker moves aside. Wote in second place, Tesfaye in third there. Moving through is Gregson towards the bell, which they hit now in about 2:38. It's nothing like the pace that had been requested. As Steve says, you sometimes wonder who requests these crazily fast tempos. The conditions here in the stadium, while it's a cool evening, actually not too bad at all. 300 metres to run. Manangoi from Wote. It's anybody's race now. Tesfaye on the outside as they head down the back straight. There's still 8 or 10 men who could take this one. Carvalho moving wide down the back straight with Manangoi running the shortest line, looking up at the big screen, just managing this one with 200 to run. Wote it is, the Ethiopian record holder, in second place. He was only 6th in Doha and 6th in the Prefontaine Mile last week. Gregson moving wide and attacking on the outside with just over 100 to run. Manangoi trying to keep him at bay, but this is a brilliant run from Gregson. Down the home straight, backing away now. O'Hare nowhere to be seen, neither is Ingebrigtsen, as Manangoi just eases away towards the line, takes it there in 3:33.98. Well, a really strong, competitive 1,500 metres. We spend too much time sometimes talking about the pacemakers. We're sold a dummy by the meeting organisers, and again tonight they were relatively irrelevant, it has to be said. 55.71, not a spectacularly quick final lap there for a race, Steve. One in just a click inside 3:34, but a good run nonetheless for Ryan Gregson in third place, a season's best 3:34.27 behind Manangoi and Robert Biwott.